So what is AI? And more precisely, what is machine learning? To understand this better, let's talk about the tasks that we do as humans and divide them into two categories. The first category is the type of task that can easily be explained using a step-by-step guide. For example, if you were to write a guide to teach me how to turn off the television, it would be pretty simple, right? Step 1, pick up the TV controller. And step 2, press the red button on the top right of the controller. The second category are tasks which cannot be explained. And for example, if I were to ask you to teach me how to recognize a dog in a photograph, you would have a hard time writing a step-by-step guide. And that is because there's no clear rules that define how one would recognize a dog. For years, software have been developed using a rule-based approach. If this, then that. But machines were terrible at recognizing dogs in an image. And that's because there's no clear rule for this task. About a decade ago, we, society, made a breakthrough. We can now train machines to do tasks without giving them any rules. Coming back to the dog example, we can now provide machines with thousands of dog images to learn from. And as a result, we now have software which can look at a brand new images and tell if the picture has a dog very accurately. Now you might ask, how do we know how the software is making the prediction? Well, we don't really have a way yet to explain how the machine picks up dog in an image, for example. The only thing that we can do so far is to tell whether or not the prediction was correct. And at Distech, we've applied the same concept to dyslexia. We can all agree that the observable symptom of dyslexia is reading difficulty. So, we've collected thousands of audio recordings from dyslexic and non-dyslexic, and using the same approach, we have trained a machine to recognize whether someone has dyslexia by analyzing their voice. It's really hard for us to answer how it predicts dyslexia. However, it's fairly easy for us to say whether the prediction is correct or not. I'll give you an example. Let's say that we have 100,000 audio recordings of dyslexic and non-dyslexic. Let's put 10,000 aside. Then we can train the machine on the 90,000 recording that we have remaining. And once trained, we can test the accuracy of the predictor on the 10,000 recording that the machine has never seen before and observe how many of those predictions are correct. This allows us to assess the accuracy of the prediction. Using this approach, we have been able to develop a software which can predict the likelihood of someone having dyslexia by simply analyzing their voice. At the time of this video, our prediction results have shown roughly 81% accuracy, and it can only get better the more audio we collect. If you'd like to learn more about the technical details of our work, feel free to visit our website to read our peer-reviewed scientific publications. And if you're here just because you want to help your student using our technology, we'd love to hear from you. You can contact us at distech.com.au.